We have 5 key themes affecting the South African markets at the moment. Most importantly is the central bank easing, or the dovish comments that we've had from both the ECB and the Fed last week. So on Tuesday, Draghi suggesting that the ECB could cut rates if necessary, and the market pricing that in, a 10 basis point cut for July. And then more importantly, the Fed coming through last week with a very dovish comment. The market is now pricing a 100% probability that the Fed will cut in July, and even a 30% probability that the Fed might follow through with a 50 basis point cut. The second key theme at the moment is the trade talks. That's the key issue this week as the G20 meets on Friday and Saturday in Japan. Trump and Xi will meet on the sidelines of that meeting. We don't have a time yet for the meeting, so it could be Friday while the markets are open, or only come over the weekend. Obviously what the markets are looking for is progress on the trade issue. This weekend shouldn't really see a finalization to the issue, but if the two presidents could at least shake hands, agree to resume the trade talks, then that would definitely get the markets going. Combined with the central bank easing of last week, or the dovish comments of last week, that would further stimulate this risk on trade and get the rand to appreciate even further. The third key theme at the moment is the Iran-US tensions. After Iran shot down a US drone on Thursday, Trump ordered military action against Iran and then backed off at the last moment. So oil prices are up significantly. We're at $65 per barrel, up from $60 per barrel a week ago. In South Africa, we have 2 key issues. The fiscal problems are becoming evident. Well, I should say the fiscal problems have been affirmed. These are problems we knew about, but in the State of the Nation address, President Ramaphosa's announcement to bring the funding for Eskom forward has brought the fiscal deficit back into the central market's attention. Before the SONA, our research team was forecasting a 5.5% budget deficit this year. With additional funding for Eskom, we could in fact have a 6% budget deficit. So real fiscal problems mounting for South Africa. Over the weekend, fresh news from the public protector looking into further allegations of money laundering from the president. As yet, this is not re-impacting the market. It did impact the market 2 weeks ago when the news came to the fore, but so far on Monday, no threats at the moment. So if we look to the week ahead, the key issue is definitely that G20 meeting on Friday and Saturday. Expect markets to become cautious going into that meeting, so volatility to reduce. We do also on the global front have the Chairman Powell of the Fed speaking on Tuesday night. The market will obviously be looking at further indications of the Fed would be prepared to cut that 50 basis points that the market is speculating about. On the local front, various pieces of data, PPI, and then the budget and trade data out on Friday. This is the second monthly data of the fiscal year that's coming out. Again, coming back to the fiscal deficit, this data is becoming more and more important for financial markets. Overall, last week was a very positive one for both the rands and the bonds. Central bank easing around the world, stimulating this risk on trade. If risk on is going to continue, we're going to need further good news from the G20.